Oh hi, welcome back my darling Diamonds in the Rough. I am your favorite Talking Stone, and today we are back with another round of daily puzzles. Now let us just hop right on in with the Wordle. Right as rain. We always start off with jazzy, it's our fun little word, and one day it'll be that. One day it'll be jazzy, but not today. Not today at all. We got absolutely nothing, and that is perfectly fine. So, did we say no thing? Nothing? Okay, we also got nothing for thing. But that's wonderful, because I was going to say ghoul, Ghoul. Unfortunately, G and H are gone. Fouls. Like in a basketball, or foul-smelling Oh! My, isn't that cheeky? We have to use the vowel E, because we don't have A, I, O, U, or even Y. Wow! That is so restrictive. Impressive. So what could it be? I'm thinking speed. Like a speedometer. Okay, we do have a double E though. But they're not the third and fourth letters. So either we definitely don't start with a double E. That would be crazy. So either we have E something and we start and end with an E, which I don't think is the case. We start with some letter, have an E, two letters, and an E at the end, which I think is the correct thing. And I think the third letter is actually an S because it's either the third or fourth slot if we're putting the E in the second spot. Why did I say D there? We already used the D and it was wrong. So what fits this? Ooh, what does fit this? I just noticed we are on our second to last guess. We have an R. Those are popular. And a C. Interesting. What can we start off with? Maybe let's start off with our Resk. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. We have very limited letters, though. Well, granted, we know there's at least one S. It's probably not some letter E, S, S, E. That would be crazy. It's crazy, but I'm looking through it right now. And yeah, I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything that would allow this to happen. So... Oh! You know what it could be? A verse. A verse indeed! And we got it! That is wonderful. Look at this beauty. Yesterday I got it in 3, but I was so out of it that I didn't even feel happy. But no, this one, we worked hard, we grinded, we rocked it. And isn't that beautiful? A nice verse in the opening of our story. Not the epilogue, what is that called? Not the introduction. Is it the introduction? The opening chapter, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. And next, we will be doing the mini. But not me. You see, due to recording times, I am still on yesterday's mini. So, I'm actually going to send you to future me, who will do the mini for us. And let's just say I hope he does a good job. He usually does. So look forward to that. And I will see you in a moment. Have fun with Future Me. Hello everybody, Future Stone here. And I think we're ready to take on the mini. Game is paused. That is certainly fine. We will certainly begin. One across. Oh wow, this is a doozy. I'm sorry, 7 by... What is it? 7 as well? So that's 49 squares minus 4, so 45 squares on the board. Wow, that's a lot of letters. But let's begin. One across a computer menu with quick access commands. Quick access commands. I'm thinking maybe settings? Well, that'd be set. I don't think it's right, but maybe. Or, yeah, we don't know. We'll continue though. Yep, totally feel that. Ooh. I still am not entirely certain on what quotation marks exactly mean. Probably should look it up, but I don't care. Cash register noise. Ka-ching. Maybe it's Ka with a K, but it doesn't matter. Ka-ching. Egypt's boy king, King Tut. Yeah, I really don't know much about King Tut. I know, what was he? I know he was like, what was he, 14 or 18? Or is he 16? Maybe 17. Somewhere between 14 and 18 years old. Yeah, that's most of what I know about him. But we continue. Topic for a language learner. There is a lot of topics. Let's see. What do I think of when I think of language learning? I'm thinking of the characters. No. Topic for a language. Vocabulary? Not vocabulary. What is that other word? For grammar. Grammar. I think grammar fits. I'm not sure if I might have spelled it wrong, honestly. But we'll fix that later when we need to fix that. Landmass comprising 2 continents. Landmass comprising 2 continents. I'm thinking like Eurasia. Which it probably is, now that I think about it. Nature, Nova, or News Hour. Wow, I don't know if that music... Is the music loud for you too? It just blasts my ears. No, that's normal for you. I should just turn my headset down a bit. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Right, Nature, Nova, or News Hour. Channel? That's probably wrong, but we'll continue. TikTok. So it's definitely not setting. So we can get rid of this. And let us rotate. Tick, and I believe it's tick with a C. Actually, it could be tick with a K. Oh, no, that's gonna suck. Because it's either... No, it is tick with a K. I think. I could be wrong. Ka-ching. Oh, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. No, I'm gonna leave it as C. Aha! I figured it out. Alright, so quotation is like what you'd say after in a response, I believe. Aha, I figured it out, or yep, totally feel like dang, man. Chunks of the economy. Oh, well, we definitely flubbed up something, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Chunks of the economy. Stocks? I'm not sure. Head honchos from the Hawaiian. Human. Oh, that's funny. We have human right at the end. I just listened to Nanashi Mume's cover of Idol, and that only relates because her fans are humans with 2 O's instead of a U. And I don't know why that came up. But we continue. Like the spellings of license and favor, for instance. Like the spellings of license and flavor. Well, flavor has that, or English. That's the English license. Yeah, I believe America uses an S, and I believe America for license, and I believe I know America drops the U for flavor. Merriam-Webster, the guy who has the dictionary named after him, the Merriam-Webster dictionary. He was an American, and he rewrote the dictionary to make it less, I don't want to say stupid, but that's sort of what I'm thinking. He made it English more easy to understand. I think of, what is it, like Korea and their writing system. Well, that's writing system rather than language itself, but the Korean writing system was revised to be very easy to learn. if you search on YouTube, you might find a learn how to write Korean in 5 minutes video, which technically is correct. Granted, you'll need some more time to actually learn what to do, but it's quite ingenious what they did with that entire writing system. I looked it up once. It's fallen out of memory though, so I can't tell exactly how exactly it works. But it is quite the genius. The music stopped. Oh, it's resumed. Okay, but yes, Korean writing system is just probably my favorite. And I have looked at a lot of different writing systems. Looked at standard English characters, the alphabet. I've looked at Cyrillic. And I've looked at Japanese. And let me tell you, Korean, the Korean writing system, I don't know what it's called, and I do apologize for that. It's just, in my opinion, just the most advanced, and do I call it the best? No, best is so objective. But it's just a simply amazing writing system. If you ever just want to learn the phonetics of a language, want to learn how to quote-unquote write in another language, well, it's technically just, let's say, English, but the characters themselves are phonetic. So you can pronounce the English sounds with Korean letters. Or, not Korean letters, but Korean characters. I don't know what the exact proper term is. Some incredible linguist might be able to share. But that's digressing. Basically, Merriam-Webster removed a lot of redundancies from English and made it follow grammar rules better by taking out U's in like flavor or color. Silent U's that really added nothing but just made it a bit more nonsensical. But yeah, that we don't know. Author Rand, I don't know. Possible use for an old t-shirt, a rag. Alright, can we continue? We're gonna need to go down here. Lively spirits. Ooh. I don't know. Atlanta or LAX for Delta. ATL or LAX. Atlanta or LA for Delta. I'm thinking Delta Airlines. I'm thinking airports. But I can't tell. Tech executive for short. Wow, we are not cooking. What big teeth it has. That's Grandma, or rather the wolf impersonating Grandma from Little Red Riding Hood. You know what? Let's erase this. Actually, you know what? Let's not erase that. Eurasia. I think we're going to have to use autocorrect. Oh, whoa, I scrolled down. Check. Auto check. Okay, there we go. Oh, Eurasia was right. I literally just removed it because I thought it was wrong. And it is with a K. That is something I don't know. But grammar and channel. Let's start from the beginning. Chunks of the economy. What could be chunks of the economy? I'm thinking businesses, I'm thinking money, I'm thinking maybe a gold reserve. That's, I don't know. Head honchos from the Hawaiian. So Hawaiian, is it actual Hawaiian language? And head honchos are like the Hawaiian term for like ruler? Or is it a Hawaiian as like a newspaper and head honchos are like a CEO? I'm not sure. Like the New Yorker is a newspaper. Spelling of license and favor, for instance. I'm just thinking old. Author Rand, I don't know. Lively spirit. You're Genki, you're popping, you're, I don't know. ATL or LAX for Delta. These are airports. These are airports. Tech executive. Not CIA, that would be silly. But what is a tech executive? in this it's for short. Wow, we don't know what big teeth it has. Grandma, the wolf, a Little Red Riding Hood. What is an animal with big teeth? A rat. It's not a rat. It's definitely not a cat. What else has big teeth? Maybe tusks like a hog? No, it has an A is the second letter. We are truly at a loss. What I'm going to do is... What's the topic for a language learner if not grammar? Vocab... No. Let's see. Why that language? I don't know. I'm going to reveal this one. Reveal this word. A lot of words, but hopefully that'll get us something. Phonics! Oh. Okay, that makes sense. I would not have gotten that, yo. Lively spirit is pep. There is some pep in your step. Right. Hub. There we go. We're flowing through it. Tech executive. Oh, it was a C there. Not CIA. I don't know. And what big teeth it has. Sax? Like a saxophone? Do saxophones have teeth? I don't think so. Maybe I'm thinking teeth is in the wrong way. Sag? Like a saggy grandmother? I don't know. Sap. Say. What big teeth it has? No. Sat, sar, saw, Sam, Sab. I don't know. A computer menu with quick access commands. Taskbar. There we go. That's something. Yep, totally feel that. It looks like this is going to be a 2 or 3 words. I have ya. I have your back. I don't know. Nature Nova or NewsHour. PBS Kids News. PBS what? Docs. It's something. It's a special like that. Chunks of the economy. Something tours. Sectors? No. Sectors, sectors. Head honchos. I think this is a U, but I'm not sure. It looks like it is Hawaiian, like Hawaiian language. British spellings. Okay, there we go. Author Rand Anne, maybe? I don't know. Tech executive for short. What big teeth it has. I hear ya. And lastly, PBS what? What goes before an H? Maybe a C, maybe an S. PBS. Well, what goes here? Kahuna. Honchos. I'm assuming this is an S. Kahunas. PBS show. Oh, okay. Let's go through what we didn't get. TikTok. Aha. Sectors for economy. Kahunas for head honchos. British for the older spellings. Anne for author Rand. Rag for t-shirt. Pep for spirit. Hub for airports. CIO for tech executive. And saw, because the saw has teeth. I didn't even think of that. For taskbar for computer. I hear ya for feeling that. Kaching with the K. King Tut. Or Pharaoh Tut. Phonics for language learners. Eurasia for continents. And PBS show. Well, we definitely had a bit of a, what's the word? A hard time with that. Granted, after we gave us a hint with phonics, we were able to fly through it, and that's pretty wonderful. Alright then, future me won't hold you up any longer, and I will send you back to past me. Have fun, because the rest of this little episode is quite the doozy. See ya on the flip side. Peace. Past me here again. Welcome back. I really hope you enjoyed the mini. I know I certainly probably did. Or maybe I was miserable. Who knows? But we have to continue. And continue we shall. With the connections. I was a little too far away from the button. So I had to pause. But yeah, connections. We're doing this now. And we got it. First one, Chuck. I'm thinking Chucky. I'm thinking Chuck E. Cheese, like Charles Entertainment Cheese, or I'm thinking Charles Barkley, but I'm thinking someone with a name, or Woodchuck. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? It would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Wow, I almost nailed that. Almost, but I flubbed it. Monty, I'm thinking Monty Python. I'm thinking the Monty Hall problem, which is wonderful. And I feel like did I talk about this? I don't know if I talked about this, so I'm going to talk about it now. The Monty Hall problem, for those of you who don't know, is a famous problem for like a math or statistics class, where basically, let's say you're on a game show, you're a contestant, you get to pick one of 3 doors. One of these doors has a car behind them, the others don't, they have nothing, and you want to win the prize. So you pick a door, that's your door. Then the host of the game show says, "Hey there, Stone. Listen, you picked your door, and I'm going to reveal a door that did not have a car behind it. So no car behind this one," and he opens the door, and there's nothing behind there. And he says, "Hey, Stone, do you want to change your door to this remaining one?" Now, what do you think? What do you think you should do? Do you think there's a difference? Is there leaning one way or another? Well, while it might seem that it's a 50-50 either way, either your door has it or the other one does, you actually should switch. The chance that your door has it is 1/3, and the chance that the other door has it is 2/3. This doesn't seem necessarily intuitive, so think about it this way, I guess. Just to explain, obviously, you're probably a genius and you get this already, but just in case you don't. The door you pick at the beginning, that has a 1/3 chance of being the door with the car in it, correct? 1 out of 3. So your door has 1/3, and the remaining 2 doors have 2/3. If you could choose both of them, and if it was behind one of them and you get the car, yeah, that would be 2/3. I think that's fair to say. So now not the contestant, the host reveals one of the doors. But let's say you don't care about that, because he reveals a door that you know is empty. So what essentially he's giving you, instead of just revealing the door, let's think about it a different way. What if he said, "Hey, Stone, do you want to switch to both of these doors? And if there's a car behind either one of them, you gotta keep it?" Obviously, you say yes. That's 2/3. That is 2/3 chance. But when he reveals a door that specifically does not have the car behind it, does that change the chance that one of those doors has the car behind it? No. Regardless of whether he reveals a door that's specifically empty or whether he doesn't, the chance that a car is behind one of those 2 doors, one of the 2 doors you did not pick, is still 2/3. That's how I like to visualize it anyway. To prove that it's 2/3 without actually going into statistics and whatnot. So, hope that makes sense. I'm probably going to actually maybe make a short out of it to animate it. But yeah, hope it makes sense. But yes, now you're a mathematical genius. Congrats! And we move on. Bracket. I'm thinking like a March Magnus bracket. Or maybe a bracket in mathematics. Ooh. I remember in my calculus class, my professor was really good at drawing brackets. Every time on the whiteboard, it was just a nice, clean bracket. You know, chef's kiss. 10 out of 10. That class was boring, though. That class was very boring. The professor was... He was a solid teacher, but the class was not exciting. And, I'm one of those crazy people who thinks you can make math class exciting, but that class was not exciting. But yeah, solid teacher, maybe a 6 out of 10. Did what he did. Solid class. Monty Hall problem, though. Pretty cool. And the brackets, really cool. Right. City. I'm thinking like an actual city. Yeah. I don't have much else to say. Skirt. Either a skirt or maybe like a skirt of a tank. Sorry, I just said it's like a skirt. But like maybe a skirt for like a woman's fashion. Or maybe skirt of a tank. Or maybe like the pattern of a skirt or the type of a skirt. Like maybe it's a plaid skirt or a ruffled skirt. I don't know what those are called. The ones with the ruffles in them. But yeah, could be that. Pitch. I'm thinking a pitchfork, or like the pitch of a tuning fork, like the frequency of something, or maybe along the lines of a soccer pitch, like a field. Flank. That's like the back of something. Like you would flank an army, you'd tail an army. Not tail an army, you'd flank something, you'd tail something from the back. It's just the posterior of something. Posterior is probably not the right word to use, but I guess it makes sense. Yeah. The caboose, the end, the rear, whatever you want to call it. And I know those are synonyms for butts. I do apologize. That was not intended for the crassness, but it makes sense. The synonyms. A badge. Thinking maybe a badge of honor. It's an identifying, or badge as an identifying piece of information that says, hey, I belong here. A study. A study can be a room, or you can study the Monty Hall problem. That's not the connection. I'm just really psyched that I finally got to say that explanation for the Monty Hall problem that I thought of. And it's probably been thought of a different way. And there's tens of thousands of ways to think of it. But I just remember sitting in the car, hearing that. It's like, that's a way of positioning it. And hearing the Monty Hall problem and how people were confused, and just thinking of how to reason it logically. A sash, that kind of goes along with badge, as is an identifying piece of information. Like maybe you have like I've had relatives who were Girl Scouts. They had that sash with their little badges on them. A sling, that goes along with sash, but not necessarily badge. A sling could be like for an arm. Like let's say you sprained your arm, you'd put it in a sling so you wouldn't put strain on it. Or it can be a sling as a sort of weapon. Like when, I believe in the story of David and Goliath, David took down Goliath with a sling. You use it to hurl rocks and other projectiles. A bookend. I'm thinking like it's a bookend someone who keeps books for like what is it, like an accountant, or is a bookend like someone sort of like a librarian? I forget. I believe it's an accountant though. Surround. This is something, I believe this goes along with flank, but instead of like flanking an army, attacking them from the flank, you'd surround them. Sort of like, not necessarily a siege. A siege is cutting them off from the outside, but surrounding and then crashing in, I believe, is the method for surround. Bingo, an exclamation of positive, or the game bingo. I believe we had bingo yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, but it's an exclamation of positivity. A beret is a cute little hat. Oh! Speaking of Girl Scouts, I believe this is part of their uniform. Maybe not. And then a pelt. That sort of goes along with sling and slash. Sash. I got my tongue twisted. But now we get a guess. So beret, sash, skirt, and anything else that has Girl Scout written on it. A badge. Of course a badge. Yeah, parts of a classic Girl Scout uniform. Thank you, relative. Because of you, I was able to get this. Oh, chuck is to throw as well. So is to pelt. So is to sling. And what else means to throw? Throw at. Pitch. Pitch. Yeah, like a pitch in baseball. To hurl. Nice. Now we have study, bracket, flank, bookend, surround, bingo, city, Monty. Surround and flank, I think, are together. A bookend is for gambling, I think. A bracket's for gambling. You can study for gambling. Monty? But does surround, bingo, city, and flank work? You know, we have 4 guesses. Why not try it? Oh. Oh, we're actually split on this. We are actually split on this. Maybe bingo, bracket, bookend month? Wait, do we... I don't know, actually. But we continue. Surround, bingo, city. Surround and flank. What else can we do? To bracket into Monty? One away. I think Monty's the odd one out. Let's go study. Let's put some pressure on ourselves. So either it was both study and Monty, or it's neither of them and it's something else. But all that means is study and Monty are on the same one. Right? That is the information we got. Whoa, is my game? Oh, I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Are you doing better? Hello? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's check the OBS. Okay. Testing. Whoa, whoa, yikes. Yikes. Is the screen blank for you? It's blank for me? Because oh! Oh, that's funny. By funny, I mean terrifying. Firefox crashed on me. Let me pull that back up. That was, well, that was silly. Give me a moment. Actually, I could use this properly now. Waiting screen! Guess who's back? That's right, we are. And we are back to connections. And yeah, it fits in the screen properly. That's nice. No crashing. That's good. So this is a bit jumbled, but what did we say? Well, actually, what did we say? Right. Yeah, the Monty Hall problem. That's an interesting one. And then a bracket, maybe like a bracket to brace something with. A city, maybe it's city and a word city, maybe like, I'm trying to think of, well, there's probably a city called like, New City or something like that. Maybe like not New Study, that would be silly. Flank, I do think flank and, surround are together. Bingo. I'm just thinking of like, actually I have a story about bingo. I remember once, when I was a bit of a wee child, in grammar school. My school had this bingo hall, and we, how do we say this? Family-friendly event, so me, a bunch of my peers, my family came over, and we participated. Really fun event, and the grand prize, the big prize for winning bingo, well, there's 2 of them. 2 bikes. One very, bike that is very, I don't necessarily like to say, I guess I can phrase it like this if I do it appropriately. One geared towards like a boyish bike, if you'd say, like very like a red and black texture, stuff like that. And then another bike was like a bit of like a girlish bike. It was pink. It had, I think, like, what is it, frills on the handles? I don't know. I don't know. He's putting examples of these bikes on. These are not the actual bikes, but just from my memory. And, I already had a bike. But do you want to know I like? Winning. Do you want to know I did win? A bike. That's right. Your stone won the grand prize. A bike. But I already had a bike, so I didn't really necessarily wanted it. I didn't really want it. But do you know who didn't have a bike? My my relative who is a female. But I won the male bike. Male bikes are cool. And then my classmate won the female bike. Female bikes are also cool. But, you know, my classmate, my peer, was a dude. At least as far as I'm aware, he was a dude. And, yeah. So that was that. But, you know, after we won our prizes, you know, and maybe some pressure from my family for not actually needing a bike. And, you know, off the high of winning already, I say, hey, dude, do you want to trade bikes? I want to give it to my family member. And we traded bikes, and it was a good memory. And I got to pretend that I was a very, very kind-hearted and generous soul. And he got his preferred bike, so it was a win-win. But yeah, just that, like, event, that was really nice. And then study, I mean, you could study for a test. I know there were, like, study halls in, schools. Halls. Oh! Study hall, Monty hall, a bingo hall, and a city hall. Right? There we go! Isn't that lovely? Now, what's this? Surround, flank, bookend, and bracket. Oh. To be on both sides of. Huh. I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess brackets on the both sides of an equation. Or maybe like a. Well, no, like another bracket would fasten to something. It would be more like a rock and a hard place rather than surrounding. And I don't. Is flank really for surrounding? To be on both sides of. Oh, I guess you're on the front and the flank? Huh. Yeah, I don't think I would have gotten that. But that is wonderful. We did it. We are simply amazing. Man, that was brilliant. And it only took a little bit of a blunder. A little bit of a flub. Firefox only crashes once, you know? Or I hope it only crashes once. That was so silly. But, as always, we have one more puzzle, one more special little game for all of us to enjoy. And today's game is none other than the... I forgot, what is this one called again? Disorderly! That's right, it's this Disorderly. And what's the goal of the game? We have to sort these national capitals by their population, starting with the most populated. Bottom is lowest population. Top is highest population. Alright. Now, let's see. Well, starting off, I know... Well, let's start from the top. Seoul, South Korea. That's the capital South... Well, yeah, of course it's capitals. National capitals is what it says. Yeah, the capital is South Korea, which is very popular. I don't know necessarily how big it is. Paris is also huge, as far as I know. Washington, D.C. I don't think Washington, D.C. is as big as those. I'm going to put it at the bottom for now. Oh, I scrolled down a little bit too far. There we go. Hopefully I didn't flub that. Beijing. I think Beijing is huge. I'm going to put it up top. And also China has one of the biggest... Sorry. Is it China or India that's the most populous... place in the world? I believe India has taken a narrow lead. I'm not sure. Editor me, flash those nations' populations. But yeah, they're huge. Both of them are huge, but Beijing, that has to be very popular. Tokyo. When people talk about Tokyo, are they talking about just the city of Tokyo or like the entire Tokyo prefecture? Regardless, I think it's up there. I'm going to put it behind Beijing for now. And Ankara, Turkey. I'm gonna leave that there. I have no perspective on Ankara. I have no perspective on Turkey. Does it beat Washington, D.C.? Or sorry, I think it... I'm going to leave Washington, D.C. as the least populous. What's the most populous city in New York? Would it be Los Angeles? Well, even then, is that Los Angeles the city or Los Angeles County? It's a bit of a headache. Is it New York City? Or New York State? I don't know. Yeah, those, it can be confusing, but I'm gonna guess this. Oh! That's nice. 4 out of 6. Second guess, Paris and Ankara. I wonder which order these are in. Wow. I guess I wasn't familiar with your game. I hit submit guess and it's not loading. Okay, there it is. It loaded. Let's start from the bottom. Washington, D.C., 670,000. That's pretty respectable. Paris, 2.1 million. Wow. Ankara, 5.7. Seoul, 9.5. Tokyo, 14. And Beijing, 21.5 million. That's like, what? That's like 35 times the population of Washington, D.C. Okay, it's not like 35. It's more like 31 times. But that's still crazy. That's crazy. 31 times the population of Washington, D.C. Wow. That's ridiculous. Man, cities are so good at compacting tons of people into small areas. And out of all of these, I've only been to Washington, D.C., which is a beautiful city. I love Washington, D.C. It's probably my second favorite city I've ever been in. I love, New York City at heart. Even if I'm being completely honest, Washington, D.C. is probably objectively better, but I have relatives who live around New York, and I go to see them, and it has the nostalgia buffer is what I'm trying to say. Really love New York City, but Washington, D.C., I love Washington, D.C. Yeah, and I think I'd like to visit these cities in the future. Especially, actually, what do you mean especially? Beijing and Tokyo, I guess. Oh, Seoul too. Sorry, Paris and Ankara. You guys are probably cool. I would not be opposed to visiting you. In fact, no, I want to visit you. Traveling the world is very terrifying, but also exciting. I'm very afraid to accidentally do something that's considered rude, but the world is such a big and beautiful place. I want to see it all, even if I am a bit cowardly with it. Even if I'm afraid of falling up and just being in a completely different culture, I want to see the beauty of the world. But those were our 4 daily puzzles. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And as always, thank you for watching. I don't have some big spiel or anything like I normally do at the end of these videos. Sorry about that. Actually, no, I do. Scratch that. Don't thank you for watching. That's at the end of the video. I still have stuff to talk about. Right. I think over this weekend I'm going to start working on some projects for this channel. Depending on the progress I make, might heavily dictate what the future of this channel is. I said before I might want to take this to 100 videos, I don't know, for daily puzzles. But truthfully, I don't know. I know I want to keep making content. I love getting to chat with you guys like this, or just chat by myself in general. It feels great. But there is more that I want to do. And there's more that I can do. So I think I'm going to do more. But yeah, as I said, I'm not sure if I want to take this all the way to episode 100. Though I probably wouldn't go past it. Well, maybe 101. That would be a silly number to end on. But I'm definitely doing at least 50. But yeah, I do have some ideas for projects that I want to work on over this weekend. So, granted, I don't think they'll come out soon. Even if I do finish them, I think I might hold on to them for a minute. Just get a better idea and make sure they're perfect. Because I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Breaking out of... This is safe for me. This I understand. This I'm comfy with. But I'm greedy. I want more. I want to do more. I want to make more. And I'm going to take the steps in that. I'm going to take steps in that. And yeah, it might be fearful. It is definitely scary. But it's something I want to do. I want to be a bigger, better stone than yesterday. And I think I can do that by taking these steps. So, I just want to say thank you. Thank you all. Because without you guys, without you wonderful people watching, I don't think I'd be able to do this. In these, I think this is episode 30, in these 30 short videos, I have become so much more competent and talkative in what I do, and I think I'm better at recognizing my energy in the flow of the video, so I really owe it all to you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate all the views you give me, and it warms my heart. And tomorrow I want to be a better person, a better entertainer, a better stone than I was yesterday. And I want to continue taking those steps. I don't know what my ideal is. I don't know who exactly I want to be. But I know I am more than content with today. I love who I am on this day, and I owe it a huge part of this to you. I won't deny my own efforts, but I will say I would not be able to take them without your support. Thank you. I really mean it. Thank you. And as always, have a day. I hope it's a good one. See ya.